YouTube, check. TikTok, incoming. 1, 2. Go live. Okay. And we go. Oh man, guys need a haircut. All right. Where was I? What's up, Nebslayer? Dude, it's been a long time. How you been, dude? What's up, Kai? Carrot? Moon? Look at all these familiar faces. Familiar usernames. How y'all doing? How was the, how were the holidays? Oh, I didn't turn on son of a bitch. Hold up. Turn that on. Turn that on. Guitar solo time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in. What's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. You know, back in my day on Thursdays, we would quench our thirst with alcoholic beverages. Now we're old, we don't do any of that. My mom came to visit and I changed my headlights. Had to take off my bumper, which wasn't fun at all, but they look so much better. All right. This is that Honda? Did you get a Honda? I know you got a newer car. Darius, how you doing? Daniel, SVN. What's going on, y'all? Right on time. Right on time. ...2017 Honda Civic. Sick. Right on. Alright, I think we're good on all platforms, yeah? Let's clear the queue. How was your Thursday? Pretty productive. Got a decent amount done. How about you guys? First stream of 2026, that was on Tuesday. This is the second stream, 2026. What's up, D? Hello, my good sir. What's going on, Trent? How you doing? Diana, thanks for the gifts. Guys, it is my wife's birthday. Can y'all say happy birthday? Her nickname's Dirty D, so just say happy birthday, Dirty D. Or HB, Dirty D. How do I go in line with second? Well, you just request to join. Bottom left, I believe, is an icon with like 2 silhouettes. Sounds like a trap. It's not a trap, it's actually her nickname. All right. Welcome on in, y'all. If y'all want to get us started here, once we get to 5,000 likes, you guys know the drill. If you can tap away, we'll bring on the first caller. Nate Wallace, thank you for the gifts, buddy. Appreciate you. Joyce says, is $75,000 a good salary in California? Depends on where in California and what your lifestyle is like. What's up, Nate? Mr. Soul, thanks for the follow on Twitch. All right, we're at 1,500 likes. We're almost there. 4,500 mo. Keep tapping away. We'll bring on the first caller. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Rich Nerd live stream. We're here to help you all, my fellow nerds, become official rich nerds. What does that mean? Well, for these streams particularly, we will bring people on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you are. We'll bring you on as long as you are at least 18 or older in the US or Canada and are comfortable being in our videos. Happy to chat. We'll chat for, 10, 15 minutes. Help you out. Are you stressed about your finances? Are you in debt? Are you completely lost? Because our education system, unfortunately, didn't teach us a whole lot about the real world. We're here to fill that gap. Orange County, and I love to spend, then 75K is probably not enough. It's a great start. It's about 15K more than the median salary here in the US. Do you recommend 3 or 6 month emergency fund? 6. Yeah. And if you're self-employed, 9 to 12. So if you're just joining us, once we get to 5,000 likes on TikTok and YouTube, we'll bring on the first caller. If you want to hop on a call, on TikTok, there is an icon that is like a silhouette of 2 people, pink and blue, bottom left or bottom right. That's how you join the queue. If you're on Twitch, check out the pinned comment. YouTube, we're working on a universal queue. Right now the queues are split between TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. So we're going to kind of bounce back between them. But !join is the main command for Twitch and YouTube. Speaking of queues, we're almost there, guys. If you can keep tapping away, once we get to 5,000 likes, we'll bring on our first caller. And if this is your first time, these calls are a ton of fun, very insightful. We talk to people who are paycheck to paycheck, struggling, stressed, feel guilty about purchases, and people making insane amounts of money, not saving a thing. It's great. We talk to everyone. We talk to people who aren't on the same page as their partner when it comes to their finances. We talk to people who feel behind when it comes to their finances. It's great. And some good music. Courtesy of Stream Beats. Okay, let's pull up the Twitch queue. Beautiful. Let's pull up the TikTok queue. All right, we got a lot of people in the TikTok queue. I see SVN, Prob, Yeezus, J McGuack, great name, and Scotty P. So we're going to be doing this until 8 p.m. Pacific. We got about 2 hours. We'll get through as many as we can. I do not like to rush people. So if we don't get to you tonight, don't worry. We do this twice a week, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Okay, we got to our goal. W chat. If you can keep the likes going, the shares going, these calls are 100% free. Tapping, sharing, all that supports the channel. And if you haven't gotten our free guide, there is a yellow button in the bottom left. That'll allow you to send me a DM right now. And just let me know what email to send it to. We'll send it to you for free. Okay, SVN, you ready? Are we ready for the first caller?
Paging SVN for your financial audit. Paging SVN.
All right, cool. You're up.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm doing well. SVN, are you at least 18 in the US or Canada and are okay with being in our videos?
Yes.
Perfect. And what do I call you?
Ilian. I'm sorry about the name.
You said Ilian?
Ilian. Elian.
Nice. And how old are you?
18.
Okay. So what's going on? How can I help you?
Well, I was hoping to get any suggestions or critiques on my finance. And then also, I feel like a lost 18-year-old. Like, I don't know what career I want to focus on. Like, I have like an idea, but it's such a broad career that I don't know what area to focus on.
When'd you turn 18?
July.
July, okay. So you're a full-blown adult. Welcome.
Yeah.
You just starting life. Are you a gamer? Do you play video games?
Not really, no.
Not really. Do you know how in some games, or a lot of games, they sort of put you in a tutorial level to kind of teach you about the game?
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
I'm familiar with games.
okay.
But I want to say I'm a gamer, a full-on gamer.
Fair enough. So you're in the tutorial level right now. So you're just starting out. You're just learning about the game. You know nothing about how the game works, the players, right? So it's perfectly okay to not know any of this. So, okay. You want me to go through your finances, just kind of get some, kind of just double check that for you. And then maybe talk about
Yes.
career?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, how much are you making each month?
2,200 after tax, I believe.
Okay, $2,200 net. What do you do?
I'm a teller at a federal credit union.
You're a teller. Nice.
Yes.
Very cool. How'd you land that job?
So I started working at a grocery store, Publix. It's called Publix. It's in the South. I'm
Yeah.
located in Alabama. I started working there my junior year, and then I graduated. I joined the National Guard for my state, and then I was like, well, I don't go till basic until April. I joined like October.
Okay.
So I was like, let me find a different job because I didn't want to work at Publix anymore. And so since I had experience with customer service for 2 years, I stood out when I was applying as a teller.
Okay. So you got started working pretty young.
Yes, I think I was 15 or 16.
Wow. You're a hustler. Good for you.
Thank you.
You know, it's funny. It's like people look at those types of jobs, like working at a grocery store or a teller, and they're like, oh, it's kind of like basic. But you'd be surprised. Like, there's a really big difference between, like, I've mentored a lot of people and have managed many interns. And it's blatantly obvious when people have absolutely no experience, whether it's like a restaurant or retail store, and having experience like you, because you learn how to talk to people, deal with people. So it's actually a lot more
Yes.
valuable than you think. So you mentioned that you joined the National Guard.
Correct.
Okay.
So throughout high school, I never had the intention of going to college, so I never really, I guess, locked in. I wouldn't say I had good grades, so I didn't have a really good GPA. And then I started getting into personal finance, and then I had, I guess, ambition, or like I just liked finance, so I wanted to go to college for finance, but I don't have the funds for it. I didn't have enough for a scholarship, so I joined the Guard to be able to like help me out with going to school.
Okay. So is the intention that they're going to help you pay for it?
Correct.
Beautiful.
That was also my other question. I mean, if college is even worth it for me, I guess.
Mm, okay. Make a note of that. Okay. Why don't we go through the rest of the numbers, take care of this, and then we'll pivot and talk more about the career stuff. Is that cool?
Cool.
Do you have any debt?
No,
Okay. What are your expenses each month?
$772 a month. That covers personal spending, groceries, gas, and bills.
This is so specific. You've really dug into this, huh?
Yeah, I have an Excel. I got into personal finance my senior year, and so when I was telling you about the career, that it was broad, it was finance. I was talking about finance, and it's such a broad career that there's so many roles. I don't know where I fit in or what I would like.
Mm. Well, good for you,
So I
man.
thought
Most
about like,
people. Go ahead.
go ahead. Sorry. So I thought about like financial advisor or an analyst or even an accountant, but I really don't know.
Okay. I mean, for an 18-year-old, brother, you have your shit together.
You,
Like most people don't have their financial shit together till way later in life. I was maybe 25, and even then I was pretty irresponsible. And you're calling out like really specific careers, like you mentioned CFP, CFA, maybe even a CPA. So this is great.
yeah, honestly, I come from a low income family. I'm
Hmm.
first generation, so I guess that's what motivated me to save money and make money.
Where's your family from?
Guatemala.
Guatemala. Okay. What is so when you think of your family, your parents, do y'all ever talk about money? What's that like?
I don't wouldn't say we talk about money, but they're not like in debt. Um, we have used cars. We live in an apartment, a low income apartment. They're hustlers, so but we don't talk about money.
Interesting. When
Yeah.
you bring it up, does anything happen?
Mm, no, I really don't talk about money with my parents. I mean, they'll ask me like, "How much have you saved?"
Oh,
or "How much money are you making?" And I'll tell them. I don't really tell them how much money I've saved because so I heard somewhere because I watch a lot of financial videos. I don't remember who said it, but you don't want to tell people how much you have because they're either going to be jealous of you or they're just going to think less of you.
mm,
And so I just don't want that to happen with my family.
I see. Interesting. I kind of view it as if it's like a friend or someone that, I expect that, cares about me. I would think that regardless of what this paycheck says, it shouldn't really change much. But yeah, people regardless are going to get jealous. They're going to feel like they don't have enough. So I understand the mentality. Speaking of savings, what do you have?
Uh, in savings, 7,500.
Wow. So as an 18-year-old, my gosh. Okay, so let me just get this last number before we recap. What do you have in assets? Any stocks, crypto, Pokemon cards?
14,000.
You said 14,000?
Correct.
Oh my gosh. What is this in?
I have Roth IRA, individual brokerage, and then I have like $100 in a 401k from Publix, but I don't longer contribute in that because I don't work there anymore.
Did you ever roll that over to an IRA?
So with my current employer, I have to be 21 to be able to have a 401k.
Okay.
So I don't have one currently. And they have a good percentage, 6% contribution. So I'm kind of bummed about that.
All good. You're going to make up for it with your age here. Okay, just to recap here. So, Elian, you're 18. You make $2,200 per month as a teller working for a credit union. You have zero debt. Your expenses are $772 per month. You keep track of everything in a spreadsheet. Brilliant. You have $7,500 in savings and $14,000 in assets beside that. That's money in a Roth IRA, 401k, and a brokerage account.
Correct.
My gosh. Insanely good, dude. So when you look at these numbers, is there anything that stresses you out? What are like your initial thoughts?
Maybe the income, but other than that, not really. I have a goal of hitting $100,000 in savings or in assets. Um, so I'm just trying to do that as fast as I can.
Okay. What's significant about 100K?
Well, from multiple financial videos I've seen, 100K is like the tipping point to where compound interest really works or starts working.
Yeah. Yeah, technically. We'll talk about goals in a second here. So really, for you, it's just maybe income? Getting that out
Yeah.
eventually?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. I mean, even for an 18-year-old, this is great. Like, this whole situation's phenomenal. So I have zero doubts, just based on everything you've told me. The discipline here is insane. So I have zero doubts this will skyrocket over time. So I don't really have much to say about this. I think this is great. I want to talk a little more about like career stuff. Is that cool? Do you have any specific questions here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So let's see. You were talking about how you joined the National Guard. You are interested in finance. You're just not sure what part of finance you want to work in. You said, you mentioned like maybe a CFP, you're an analyst, maybe a CPA.
Correct.
What do you like about finance? What parts of it do you like?
So I like to manage the money. So I like to see where everything is.
Okay.
But I also like the fact of having my money work for me. So I'm also interested in how to have my money make more money, essentially.
Okay.
So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know where I stand, if I'm more of a managerial person or like an investing person.
Okay, this is great. Do you have more interest in like, oh, like here are all the different sort of buckets and this account does this, that account does that? Maybe like running calculations for compound interest, or do you like analyze stocks and are more into that kind of stuff? Like deep diving on those like statistical numbers.
What did you mean? I didn't understand.
Yeah, so basically I'm looking between a financial planner and an analyst. So a financial planner is like someone comes to you, they're like, hey, I want you to like help me build a financial plan. I want to retire early. Here's how much I make. Here's how much I'm investing. When can I retire? What should I invest in? How do I save some money on taxes? Blah, blah, blah. How does that sound? Like if someone comes to you asking for that, does that excite you?
Well, I would say yes,
Okay.
but right now I wouldn't know how to answer somebody's question like that. You know, like I wouldn't know how to.
Totally fine. But is it like interesting to you? Like if you have a friend come to you and it's like, hey man, I want to do this like investing thing. I'm so lost. Can you help me?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Every time somebody talks to me about finance, I get like excited.
Okay. So just based on the brief description, it sounds like maybe a career in as a financial planner. You'll basically help people build financial plans, help them um, build a retirement plan, potentially manage investments. You can do it on like an individual level. You can do it for like, at a firm and you have like really high income clients. It's a lot you can do
Yeah.
with just that.
So one of the things that I guess kind of drew me back of that is the selling aspect, like having to look for clients, like kind of sales. I
Mm,
wouldn't say I'm big into that.
mm, okay.
So that's one of the things that like I thought about it, but I was like, I don't know if I really want to d- get into sales.
So what's nice is you can do a lot of this without having to like be a salesperson. But I would argue it, I'd push back a little bit and say that having like basic sales skills, regardless of what you do, is incredibly important. So I would push through any kind of discomfort with sales and just have like a foundation for some kind of sales skills. But you can work for a firm and then they just hand you clients to manage, you know? So you don't have to like seek out clients and try and sell your services,
You got it.
you know?
Yeah, I believe that's what my credit union also does. We have like a financial advisor.
Oh,
And so whenever a member comes in, they want like they have questions about how to invest or like where they should put their money, they usually refer them to our financial advisor.
okay. That's perfect. Here's what I'm thinking then. See if you can, I mean, mentor is a strong word, but I mean, can you chat with those people?
Yeah, so my credit union actually offers that if you stay in the company for at least 6 months, you have the opportunity to job shadow a department. So it can be finance, real estate, I don't know, loan officer.
Perfect.
I also have a meetup set up with the CFO of my credit union next week.
All right.
And so I was hoping to sit down and talk to him basically about this same conversation we're having. It's like where, or based on the things I tell him, where I would best fit in the finance career path.
Wow. So you have everything figured out. It sounds like.
Well, to me, it doesn't feel like I have anything figured out.
Yeah.
I'm still like stressing about, if this is even the right career for me. If personal finance is just a me thing.
Well, you don't know unless you try, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Because everything you're saying, like, I don't really have a whole lot to like tell you. Like their finances are fine, the numbers are fine. You are working at a company, and that company has access to people that are doing a career that you may want to do, and they have a shadowing program. That's like perfect. So you can actually see and like sit down with them as they're doing the job and be like, oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. Ask questions, right?
Mhm. So one of the other things was, I guess the reason I'm stressing out about trying to find a career that best fits me is because I'm trying to get college over with or like um go as soon as I can, like as soon as I have the opportunity.
Okay. You don't want to just enjoy the college experience?
Not really.
No.
I don't know. Well, when you say college experience, like I think like partying and stuff. I'm not
Yeah, I
that
guess
type
I
of
mean that's
person.
like part of it, I guess, if you want, but it's like making friends, you know, making
Yeah,
mistakes,
I mean,
meeting people, right?
I do want to do that, networking, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Kind of like where I'm hinting at here is, I think we're like maybe tunnel visioning hard on like a particular goal, when most of our time is going to be spent going after the goal, you know? So it's like your head is down most of the time. You get to celebrate for that goal when you achieve it. And usually what happens is people take that goal, they move it, and then they do it all over again. And then you look back 10, 15 years and you're like, oh man, I didn't really like enjoy myself. So my head was down, I was grinding the whole time, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So when would you say that I should like apply for college and like start thinking about going to college?
I'd say the most important thing is getting some mentorship from people at your company. That's gonna be the best. And that's more valuable than just blindly going to college for finance, but because this is going to tell you, college is not going to tell you for the most part if this job is going to be a good fit for you. But if you can shadow someone doing the job that you are somewhat interested in, that's the money, you know?
Okay. And should I like job shadow my or our financial advisor that we have, or like
Yeah. And if you have a tax person, you can do that one afterward and just get a feel for it.
okay,
But just understand, I think that the biggest fear that the younger generations have is like the fear of just being stuck, right? Like, what if you choose this and you're like, shit, no, this is like not for me. So is there a
right?
fear? Is
That's what
there,
I'm scared of. It's like
okay,
I wasted my time.
uh-huh. But if we sort of reframe that thought, it's like you could either go in a direction or you can stand still and not take action, which is taking action, but then you'll never know. So it's like, even though you take a certain path, like when I worked at Amazon, we had this concept of a two-way door. So it's like you can make a decision, you can go through this door, and then if it doesn't work out, it's like, oh, I'll just go back through this door and I'll go through a different door. Now that you have some more context, right? So this is sort of a concept of a two-way door. Sure, you can go for this. If you don't like it, okay, you can pivot. Maybe it's a tax thing. Maybe you start your own business doing, I don't know, music. You know, I was an engineer and now I'm doing finance. It makes no sense, right?
Right.
It's a
So
completely different thing.
that's one of the questions I was going to ask. Is like, what led you to finance, like financial advisor?
Well, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an
Or
educator,
yeah,
but I just have always been into helping people and solving problems. So engineering is all problem solving. I got kind of just bored and kind of burned out. I miss doing some creative stuff, so making videos was fun. So that I do also some fun stuff on my other channel. But this is just purely for helping people. So I just have discovered over time, because I went through multiple doors, right? And I learned that, oh, I feel the most fulfilled when I help people. And I'm just naturally
got
attracted
it.
to solving problems. I've always liked money. I grew up poor. So just like a lot of things just over time clicked, you know?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, well, I think that's all I had.
Okay,
Oh, well, there was also I had another question.
sure.
So, my credit union offers, I guess, like a high yield savings account,
Mm,
but it's capped. So basically, the first $2,500 dollars in that account earns 4 points or 4% APY, I believe.
okay. And how about
But
after that?
it earns quarterly.
Oh,
So I don't know if I should still keep that money there, or I just move it to my Amex high yield savings account.
yeah. If you want to keep 2,500 in that one and put the rest in your the high yield that doesn't have any restrictions like that. Yeah. Or you can do all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I ran the numbers and they earn interest the same amount, I believe.
Okay. And it's like, you're not going to earn a life changing amount of money, right?
Right.
So I would make this decision, move on. People like to obsess. Oh, I'm missing out on like 0.3, 0.5% APY. Oh, I gotta move my money. I gotta earn the maximum. No, it's a waste of fucking time. This is like the least of your worries. Just do it, move on, because the career stuff, right? The consistent investing over time is vastly more important than the interest you're going to make in a high yield savings. You know, as long as you're not in like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, you're good. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the time. I don't want to take any more.
Of course, man. Again, you're doing great, but you know you have to also kind of invert that, not just get like external validation on this. You just have to work on it and just feel good about yourself. And as long as you're moving forward, whatever direction, again, you can pivot. As long as you're moving, it's a good sign.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Of course, man. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Hey, bye. Okay. Thoughts, questions, concerns? Smart dude. Smart dude. Scotty says, be confident in yourself. Agreed. Freed. Thank you for the gifts. Did I miss any gifts? Let me make sure. Appreciate the gifts. He needs to invest in some crypto. We do love crypto, but let's clear the board, get the next caller on. If we can continue tapping away, can we get to 10,000? Next person is, let me just make sure. Next person is Prab. And if you're just joining us, welcome to the Rich Nerd live show. We're here to help you all become rich nerds. We teach personal finance, investing, money psychology, which is much more important than the technical side of finance. If you're enjoying the content, consider following. If you want to get your financial shit together, you're not comfortable coming on stream or there's no time for you to come on stream, there is a yellow button in the bottom left. If you tap that button, send me a DM. We have a free guide, very short, very concise, on how to get your finances in order. Just let me know what email to send it to, and we'll send it to you for free. And each week we also send out a newsletter recapping some conversations we've had, other lessons in personal finance, investing, completely free. Are you ready for the new Jujutsu Kaisen season? Yes. Hell yes. Does he like his job at the credit union? SVN, if you're still here. AP4 Tech. Or no, not AP4 Tech. Nate Wallace is asking. I appreciate your advice. Thank you. Al says, are you officially retired? And at what age were you able to retire? I'm not officially retired. That was my initial plan, Al. But once I pivoted from my corporate job to this and took multiple extended breaks, I realized that early retirement's just not for me. Okay. Who's next? Prob says, can I join from my other account? Sure, you are next on the list, so what's your other account? Coco says, who says early retirement is not for them in this economy? Yeah, I took the entire month of December off, and towards the end, I was just like, I miss this. I took a break also in 2024. Same thing happened. So I've done multiple tests, and it's just not for me. But here's the difference. having to work and choosing to work, totally different. So I'd say this is me choosing to work. So if you want to call that early retirement, that's fair. Okay, I don't see prob. So next on the list is Yeezus. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing well. Really quick, are you at least 18 in the US or Canada and are okay with being in our videos?
Yes.
Beautiful. What do I call you?
Zeus is fine.
Okay. And how old are you?
Me, 27.
Okay. How can I help?
So I want to learn more about investing because I really don't know that much. The only thing I do is the 401k.
Okay. Well, that's technically investing, which is nice, right? So you're already doing it.
Correct, but I want to do maybe more like other people do, like crypto and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, let's go through some of the basics here. How much are you making each month after tax?
After tax, 7,500.
Nice. What do you do for work?
Telecommunications.
Telecommunications. Okay. What specifically?
I go work for the fibers, AT&T.
Oh, okay. Nice. You're a fiber person. How long have you been doing that for?
I've been with the company 7 years, but doing this part 3.5 years.
Okay. And do you like it?
Yes.
How'd you get into it? Did you have to go to college for it?
No, I did not go to college. The only thing I have is my high school diploma.
Wow. Okay.
I started in the phone sales and then pivoted to that.
Okay. Nice. Would you say your sales skills helped you along the way?
100%.
Yeah. I was talking about this with the last caller, just how important sales is just in general across the board.
I feel like it really is.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's a great income. Do you have any debt?
Do you consider my car debt?
Yep. If you owe money to anyone or anything.
Yes, just my car.
Okay. What you got?
How much I owe? How much I pay monthly?
Yeah, how much you owe on the loan?
I own 38,000.
38,000. Do you know what the interest rate is?
I think I got it at 4 or 5%.
Okay. And what are your expenses each month?
With my car and everything, 3,500.
Okay. Anything in savings?
In savings, I have 70,000.
Ooh. Damn. Why so much? What are you saving for?
I do it on the high yield. To be honest, I'm always afraid because my parents didn't grow up with money. So that really scares me if something ever happens. But I plan on moving out of the country in 3 years and not work again. Start a business or something.
Okay. Wow, lots to unpack there. So you have a lot of money in savings because you didn't have money growing up, right? Your parents are, I think you said. And so you have this fear of what, just not having money in general?
Correct.
It's interesting how our childhood shapes how we view money as an adult, right?
Yes.
Because people would only dream of having 70 grand in the savings, right?
I just get scared of anything happens.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can talk more about this. What do you have in assets? You mentioned a 401k.
Yes, I have 115.
Nice. Okay. So just to recap here, Zeus, you're 27. I forgot to ask, where are you located?
Florida.
Okay. You're located in Florida. You make $7,500 per month working in fiber optics. You have a $38,000 auto loan. Your expenses are $3,500 per month. You have $70,000 in savings. and $115,000 in a 401k.
Correct.
Very nice. Okay. Looking good so far. So let's talk about this savings. Just do some math. If your expenses are, let's just round up and say they're $4,000.
Okay.
Having a solid 6 months of emergency cash is $24,000.
Correct.
So that means you would have. So let me ask you a question: if you only had $24,000 in your savings, would you be uncomfortable with that?
Yes, because my old family has told me to do, like you said, 3 to 6 months of expenses, but stuff can happen. You want to waste money during those months. So yes.
Okay. What would be a comfortable number, you think?
I'll say 50.
50? Okay.
Yes.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I think it's reasonable to have, up to a year of cash just in reserves. That's perfectly fine. So what are your thoughts on, so that means you'd have about 20 grand to work with. So if this goes down to 50K, it means you would have about $20K to work with, $20K to potentially invest. A few options would be a Roth IRA.
Okay. But you can only do up to 7,000 a year on that, correct?
Correct. So for 2026, $7,500.
Okay.
So we have multiple buckets we can work with here. HSA is also incredibly underrated. Do you have, are you getting healthcare from your employer?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Do you know if it's a high deductible plan, low deductible plan? Any ideas there?
I think it's not that high. I think it's United Blue or something like that. Blue
Okay.
United or something.
The reason I ask is in order to qualify for an HSA, you do have to be enrolled in a high deductible healthcare plan. That just means your out-of-pocket expenses are going to be higher. The reason why
I
that
think
could,
mine's only 1,000.
okay, so look into it, and if it makes sense. I mean, you're 27. Would you say your health is generally okay?
I say 85%.
Okay. Yeah, the only reason you wouldn't want to go down this path is if your out-of-pocket expenses are already high right now.
Okay.
Beyond that, there is an awesome account called a brokerage account. This doesn't come with any really significant tax benefits. You just put as much money as you want in, take it out whenever you want, no penalty. You'll just pay taxes on the profits that you make if you do sell.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So these are the main options for individuals typically. You have your 401k that's taken care of, and you're getting a match on that 401k?
Yes, I get 6%.
Beautiful. Okay. So this would be 7.5K. This would be about, let's say it's like 4 or 5K. I forget the exact amount. Brokerage, it's basically unlimited. So I'll just put a infinity sign here. What are your thoughts on this? I know it may sound just like gibberish, but if it were me, I'd be maxing out my Roth IRA. If the HSA makes sense, I'd max that sucker out, and I would just dump the rest in a brokerage account, assuming there are no other goals for saving. So if like you're saving for a down payment on a house, maybe we don't put all that 20K into it. You know what I mean?
Correct. Because out of the 75, let's say you said like you're on it up to 4,000. That means I have left of 3,500. I only spend like 125 a week, and I try to save the $3,000 a month because I'm scared to spend and do more stuff.
Oh, okay. That's a different conversation. So you're after your expenses, you're saving about 3,000.
Correct. Because the most important thing for me is my nice apartment and a nice car, and I'm fine with the rest.
Okay. I mean, that's great. I mean, your expenses are fairly low. You have a good amount of money left over each month. So right now, all this is going to savings?
Correct. That's why I want to do something
Yeah.
with it because I know like the high yield I have, I think it's like 4% with Bank of America or something.
Yeah.
But I want to make it more money because I know it's just sitting there. And I'm young, so I feel like I want to take risks.
Yeah, what's nice is you don't have to take like insane risk, like gamble your money in a meme coin or something. You could invest in just the entire stock market, basically what your 401k is probably doing. It's probably investing in some kind of S&P 500 index fund, maybe like
That's what I did
NASDAQ.
because I had it with the AT&T stock, but I switched it to that.
Good.
S&P 500.
Good call. So that's what I would do in the rest of the accounts. And, you know, with this extra 3K per month, as long as, again, if you're not saving for anything, you can just dump it into the market. Once these tax advantage accounts are taken care of, then you can go for the brokerage account. What are your thoughts on paying off the car before you do anything else?
If I'm completely honest, I don't want to see the savings go down that low
Okay.
because I'm always okay with paying that monthly payment.
Yeah. So then what are your thoughts on just taking this 3K left over each month and pumping it into this car?
I feel like I wouldn't save that much because the interest is pretty low. I feel like it's just going to drain. And I'd rather do 3,000 a month than save my car payment 700.
So the reason why I always suggest paying off consumer debt is it just feels really good. It reduces the stress because now your expenses are going to be less. So now in your mind, it's like, oh, okay, well, I don't need that much anymore because I just eliminated this car payment of how much is it?
It's 700.
700. So it's like $700 that your expenses go down by, right?
Correct.
So now you only need $2,800. Significant. But the interest rate isn't crazy high, so if you want to keep it around, all good. It's your call.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned crypto. I would limit the high risk investments to like no more than 10% of your portfolio before you even touch crypto. Just make sure you understand exactly what it is. So if you can't explain crypto to your parents, probably don't invest in it.
Okay.
Okay. There really isn't a whole lot to it, man.
I just
I'd say-
feel like I should do something like you said. I'm probably going to do the brokerage account and everything because I just don't like sitting there because, like you said, even if I have 6 months, I'd rather have a year of anything that happens, and then the rest, I wanted to make money.
Great. So what are your thoughts on maxing out a Roth IRA, potentially an HSA if your healthcare plan allows for it, and then just putting the rest in a brokerage account?
I'm going to try that.
Okay. You'll take care of the Roth IRA pretty much instantly. So again, you're cool with this, you're having 50K in savings.
Correct.
Beautiful. That means Roth IRA, that's 7,500. You'd have 12,500 left over. That will take care of the HSA if you qualify for one. Otherwise, you just could dump the rest in a brokerage. You could also consider contributing more to the 401k to max that out.
I do 10% right now.
Oh, okay.
Is there a limit to it?
There's no limit until you hit the max of like 23,500. It might be more this year. I forget. Chat,
Okay.
is the 401k increase this year? Is it more than 23K? 23.5K? So you're doing 10%, 6% is employer match.
Correct.
Okay. Geo says 24.5. Thank you, Geo. Okay, cool. So what are your thoughts on that? Just packing money into all these accounts.
I feel like it's perfect because I feel like 50K would be enough savings if anything would happen, God forbid.
Yeah.
And then I have the other money, and in case I need it, I know I can take it out, but they're going to penalize me.
Well,
taxes.
the nice thing is the Roth IRA, you can take out your contributions tax-free, penalty-free. But here's the thing. It's like having 50K. I mean, even if you lose your job, this is going to last you quite a bit, right?
Correct.
So let me just do the math really quick. So if it's
If I lose my job, I'll downsize, get a smaller apartment, pay off the car, or something.
Okay.
Keep it going.
So this is over a year's worth of expenses. I mean, that's got you covered for a long time. That's like worst case scenario. You burn through that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about is sort of the psychology behind all this. What I see all the time is, you know, people have all this money in savings, they make all this money, they're investing all this money, but they kind of feel like shit. Right? They're always worried. So like you mentioned, you're worried that something's going to happen and you're not going to have money, right?
Correct.
Do you want to talk about that and see how we can
So
manage
when
that?
I was growing up, my parents were like that bad. We lived in a decent apartment. I had everything. Like I would ask for a PlayStation for Christmas and stuff like that. They'll get it for me. But I would see them sometimes like struggle. They always pay the rent, but like sometimes it'll be a struggle to get me this or do this, go on vacation. So that's why I feel like always having money in there would be make me feel okay, I guess, because I know I'll still have it just in case something happens.
Okay. Do you ever look at your 401k balance and see it fluctuate?
Correct. Sometimes I make 2,000 a day. Sometimes I lose 1,500.
Okay. And how do you feel about that volatility?
It scares me a little bit,
Okay.
but it always goes up year by year, so I trust it.
Okay. Good. Yeah, it doesn't feel the greatest. Like when the stock market tanks, it kind of sucks, right? You see your balance go down, your net worth go down. But just based on
Correct.
what you just said, sounds like you have a pretty good mindset there.
And I pretty much don't pay attention to it because it comes out of my paycheck, so I'm not the one putting it in there, so I have to worry. And I'm already used to them taking it out. So I'm not used to
Exactly.
seeing that money come in my paycheck.
Exactly. So the lesson there is automation.
I would say yes.
So you absolutely have to do this because people get really emotional with this stuff. It's like, oh, it's like the market seems really high. Maybe I should wait. But we got to take the emotion out of this and just be like, I'm going to max out the Roth IRA immediately, maybe the HSA, and then going forward, I'll have an automated, transfer from my checking, savings account, whatever it is, into whatever, your index fund and your brokerage account. That way it's hands off, no emotions, and you have more time to do other stuff in life.
Okay, question. What's the annual return of the 401k? Because people say it's like usually 7 to 8%, correct?
Well, the 401k is just the account, right? Within the account are the actual investments, and that's what your money is being invested in. So the S&P 500, for example. So let me explain this really quick. So you have 401k is like the bucket, and then within the bucket is the investment. So in your case, the S&P 500.
Okay.
So it's not that the 401k itself is making you money, it's the investment that's making you money. And that's what sort of is volatile over time, but historically it has always gone up. It's the same with the Roth IRA. It's the same with the HSA. It's the same with the brokerage account. All these things, they're just the bucket. Once your money goes into the bucket, you have to choose what that money is being invested in.
Okay, because I have a coworker. We're open about the 401k. We show each other. He makes a little bit less than me, but he's past 100,000. And like, I heard you talking with the other guy about the compound interest and stuff. He makes like before taxes like 90,000 a year, and he already made like 45 or 40,000 in a year. That's a lot of money. I feel like.
You feel what?
That's a lot of money. If he makes like 90,000 a year, his 401k, because he's past 100,000, he made like 40,000 this year off the 401k.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on various factors, like how much you have in there, what the money is being invested in. Just because he's making a lot of money now, again, it's hard to say why, because I don't know what he's invested in. Well, let's assuming you're in the S&P 500 and your friend is in the NASDAQ, for example. Let me just show you really quick. So like, look at the last year. Oh, you can't really see it here, but just the last year S&P 500 has returned about 17%. If you look at the NASDAQ, it has returned about 20%.
Okay.
So none of this is guaranteed, of course. Many factors to consider here. The NASDAQ is going to be more volatile. So if we look at, for example, the dot-com bubble of 2001, the NASDAQ was down about 70, 80%. The S&P was down about 50% or so. So the highs might be higher in this situation, but the lows are absolutely lower.
Okay.
So just because he made a certain amount this year, it doesn't mean he's going to make that every year. Because some years it's up 10, 20, 30%. Some years it's down 10, 20, 30%. But on average, we've seen the stock market after inflation return about 7%.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Because when I see my 401k, it says 18.22%, but then, like you just said, 8%, 7%. That's okay.
Okay, yes. So yeah, you're seeing in a given year what you made. But if we sort of zoom out, it tends to average because you're going to have years that are lower, right?
Okay, that's okay, perfect.
Yeah. So just keep going is the lesson there.
Fair enough.
All right, man. Any other questions?
No, that's it. I'm gonna look into those three things, and I really appreciate it.
Of course, man. Take care. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye. Okay. Thoughts, questions, concerns? His 401k is heavy on tech, probably lately gone up. Yeah, sounds like it. He did mention that his 401k was investing in his company stock, AT&T, which that's not a good idea. So it's good that Zeus switched that over to the S&P. Mr. Watson, thank you for the gifts, man. Good to see you again. Nomad Nook, thank you for the gift. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so while I figure out who's next, and you guys tap the screen like crazy, can we get to 15K likes? If you want to get your finances in order, if you want a quick little summary of all the stuff we talked about, just a couple of pages, links to free YouTube videos, there's a button on the screen on TikTok, bottom left, a yellow button. Tap that button. You can send me a DM. Just let me know where to send our free guide. We also send out a weekly newsletter, and we'll give you breakdowns of situations like this, my thoughts, and many other finance and investing lessons. Yellow button, send me a message, and let us know where to send it. Completely free. Oh, Cassandra, what's up, Cassandra? Oh, okay, so Prob, this is your other account. Okay, I see. Yeah, Prob, can you request? So I got Prob. I got McWalk. I see Blake. I see Bree. I see a lot of people in the queue. I see Nate. I see Mace, DJ, A, Logan, Micro, Golden, Hidden Wave. I got about an hour left, guys. I won't get to everyone, but be sure to follow. We'll do this again every Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Sometimes Saturday. I don't see you, Prob. It said need access to join? Huh. Access to what? I'm not sure what that means. Let me try to send you an invite. My wife and I can't agree how to utilize our monies. Yeah. It takes work. But it is possible. It'll never be perfect. Like my wife and I, we disagree on stuff too. But there are ways you can go about it. All right, 15K likes, guys. Thank you guys so much. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Rich Nerd Live Show. On this channel, we help nerds just like you become rich. We have conversations. We do personal finance investing lessons. We talk about debt. We talk about psychology. We teach all the stuff that affects your wallet, career, business. So, yeah, Prob, I'm not getting anything. So I'm gonna move on. If you want to try your other account again, let me know. Let's get on Mr. Mickwalk. Mickwalk. Great name. The queue has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 people. I'm gonna have time for maybe 3 or 4, at most 4. But we'll be back Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll do it all over again, okay? Yes, it's a very popular show. Okay, I wonder if it's on my end. Oh, hold on. Okay, let me try Blake. Balake. Here we go. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Beautiful. So, Blake, are you at least 18 in the US or Canada and are okay with being in our videos?
Yes.
Perfect. And do I call you Blake?
Yep, that works.
Okay. And how old are you, Blake?
I'm 30.
30. All right. Fellow 30-year-old. Okay. What's going on?
So I feel like I am doing everything like I do backdoor Roth, mega backdoor, maxing out like my HSA and all of that stuff. And then, I have like a good income and all of that, but I don't know if I could be doing more, or I guess, I don't know. I'm like the type of person I'll wake up at like 2 a.m. stressed. I'm like, where's my money at? What's the market looking at? Like, I'm worried.
Okay. How much money do you make?
So it's kind of an interesting structure. So I make around 150 base and then 50 for bonus, and then around 150 quarterly for stock, like RSUs.
Wow. So 150 base, 150 RSUs a quarterly, 150 quarterly or yearly?
Quarterly.
Jesus. And the bonus on top of that was like 50?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. So you're making 150 plus 150 plus 50. You're making about, was that 350?
Yeah. So, I mean, it obviously depends on like where the stock's at, for the RSUs, but
Right.
yeah, it's around like 125 to 150 quarterly.
Wow.
So, I mean, it could be, I don't know, 500 to 600K in just RSU.
My goodness. Are you a software engineer?
No, I just got lucky with an acquisition pretty much at the acquired company.
Okay. What can we get a monthly net number to work with here?
Yeah, so I'm putting as much as I can into my 401k, so maxing that out, and then also doing the backdoor or the mega backdoor Roth as well. So my take-home paycheck is only like $1,000 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So it's kind of an interesting structure, and that's why I'm like constantly, having to like manage the money, and so I'm selling quarterly around like 30,000 in RSUs to then have around $10,000 monthly. That's like an income, if that makes sense.
Okay. I see.
I know this is interesting. Like,
How much is the mega backdoor? How much is being put away each year?
so I just started this because we were recently acquired about like 2 years ago, and so I just kind of got really into like saving and where I could put my money at. So right now my 401k is only around 150, and then I have around 150 just sitting in a brokerage in the company stock that I could sell at any point that's already been vested. And then I have around 15,000 in a Roth IRA.
Okay. How do we want to do this? Why don't we... Let's come back to this in a second. Let's talk about the debt.
I don't have any debt, no.
Beautiful. What does it cost you to live each month?
Roughly like 6,000 when it comes to like bills and rent and stuff like that.
Okay. And that's also including discretionary stuff, having fun, buying stuff for yourself, traveling?
No. Probably a few thousand more. I mean, I like to golf and stuff like that. So
Okay. How does 8,000 sound? Is that reasonable?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
What do you have in cash savings?
So I don't keep anything in savings other than like 3 months worth of expenses. So I just have, 30,000 sitting in a high yield savings account that I just pull money out of.
Okay.
Because I just want to invest and have all of my money sitting in a 401k or a brokerage.
And then what do you have in total assets? 401k, Roth, HSA, what's the total there?
Probably like 350.
Okay. And where are you located?
California.
Okay. Okay, now for the income. You mentioned that you basically have cranked up your 401k contributions,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay. And you're basically living off of the RSUs and bonuses
Right.
until the 401k is maxed out.
Yes. So like I calculated how much I have to put away into the 401k. So that's why I still have around $2,000 a month coming from my paycheck. But then when RSUs vest, I'll sell 30,000 to then kind of fund like expenses, lifestyle for 3 months. And then I wait for another round of RSUs to get vested.
Is that process stressful?
Yeah.
Okay. I figure because it's like your paycheck is kind of inconsistent and not a whole lot. You got to wait for the RSUs. So I'm wondering.
I was just trying to put as much as I can into a 401k.
Uh-huh.
And I know I can only put 24/5.
Right.
But then if I do the mega backdoor, then you can put up to 72, I think it is, for 2026.
Are you able to have your bonus be deposited into your 401k?
Yeah, so they actually just changed that this
Okay.
year.
Okay, because that's what my wife does. She'll get paid a bonus, and she won't like crank up the 401k contribution. She'll just kind of wait around for the bonus, and then just have that kind of fill in the gaps. What is the after-tax contribution you're doing for the mega backdoor? So you're maxing out the your sort of traditional or Roth bucket, which is this right here, right? How much are you putting in that after-tax bucket, which then gets converted to the Roth? Or is there a percentage?
So my company, they'll match 6%, which I think comes out to around like, I don't know. I think it was only like 8,000 or something like that last
Okay.
year. So 8 plus 24, whatever the difference is to the 72 would be what I would put into it. So 32, so around 50, I guess.
So that's great. You're putting a lot away for retirement. I wish I did this when I was working my corporate job, because I definitely made enough. And just to like give you guys some, I know there's a lot of confusion here. Basically, guys, the 401k, depending on the provider, it technically has multiple buckets. So you have a traditional bucket that has a Roth bucket, and it could also support an after tax bucket. Which is your contribution bucket? Which is that traditional or Roth?
So I just changed it to traditional.
Okay.
Because of my tax bracket.
Yeah.
Obviously, assuming I would pull at a lower tax rate at retirement.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So he's basically maxing out the 401k, which is pretty straightforward. But some providers, they have an after-tax bucket that you can contribute to. And it's this bucket, again, the plan has to support it, that you can potentially convert to a Roth IRA, which would effectively allow you to save more for retirement, but also bypass, you're not really bypassing per se, the annual contribution limit, which is normally 7.5k. So you're kind of just sneaking more money into the Roth IRA. It's basically at a high level. Okay, great. So all that's good. My main concern is the stress and the worry. That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, I guess I just have never like talked to someone. I've just chatted back and forth with ChatGPT constantly, and I'm like, what are loopholes? Like, what can I do that my money work for me? Like, I don't know if there's anything else I could do. I eventually want to buy a house, but then, I'm renting right now and it's around $3,500 a month, and I don't want to have a $10,000 mortgage. But I guess maybe I could afford it, but that just seems crazy.
Do you want to focus
And I
on
think
that?
that's more of like this social thing. Like people say, oh, you need to buy a house.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just more of the social factor.
I mean, I can talk to you about the technical stuff, but like, I don't know if that's going to actually help you. Because I feel like you still might be worried and like stressed out. Because you mentioned waking up like at 2 a.m. kind of stressed out over your finances. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, if I can't sleep, I'll just grab my phone and then I'll just look at, like the market's opening, like pre-market's opening. Like I just want to see what's happening in the world.
Oh,
Or-
okay.
Like, I don't know. It's just constantly something I worry about, or I just want to make sure that I'm always having my money work as hard as it can for me. So I'm
Okay.
always just thinking about, am I doing the most? I never talked to anyone, so I don't know if I am doing every possible thing. But
Yeah, I mean, you said you're doing a 401k, you're doing you say you're doing a Roth IRA also?
Yes.
Okay. And you're also doing an HSA?
Yes.
And did you also have a brokerage account?
You're right. Yeah.
And you're not even just doing a regular 401k, you're doing a mega backdoor with that as well.
Yeah, I just started it.
Okay.
I just found out about it. Like the last 2 paychecks of last year. So
I mean, just based on this, you're doing pretty much everything. Do you have any like side hustles, like a small business on top of all this?
no.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Because if you did, you could like solo 401k could come into play. But just
Oh,
based
I
on this,
see.
you're doing a lot. And if you want to like really dive deep to see if there's even more, I mean, you make so much where it could make sense just to hire a CFP, a financial planner, one that is a flat fee, of course.
right.
And you can get just a little more certainty, and they can even help you build a plan based on, whatever it is you want out of life. What would you say is the number one goal you have right now?
I guess it'd be buying a house, but like I don't.
I like how you hesitate.
I don't
'cause
know.
Earlier you mentioned like, oh, like you say you're supposed to buy a house, but is that just?
I guess that's
do
just
I
more of like
want
the
it?
social norm. Like
Exactly. Yeah. Well, what do you want? Like, if you can just really think for a second, if you had a magic wand, what kind of life do you want to live?
probably not working for corporate America.
Okay, that's a great.
And I don't know if that's retiring early, if I would just be bored, but I think if I did, I would have to invest in, real estate or kind of put my money elsewhere.
How do you feel about your job right now?
It's pretty stressful. So I mean, it's great. I work from home, but supporting people all around the world, because it's obviously a global company. So it's just you're constantly on, having people on the East Coast hit you up at 5 a.m. and then talking to people in Bangalore at 8 p.m. So
Wow. Is it worth the money?
I mean, that's also kind of what I was thinking. Like, I always think, like, do I just kind of keep my head down and go, save as much as I can, because I just kind of got put into this situation not too long ago, and then I paid for a wedding, so I cash flowed that. So, like, that was very grateful to be able to do something like that. Eventually, like, is the stress worth the money, I guess?
Okay. If you had to choose a career, could be anything, what comes to mind?
Probably, I mean, I do really like finance. Like, I do love reading up on ways to kind of, find advantageous ways in the market. So I guess maybe some sort of financial planning. I talked to my wife about this stuff. She's like, I don't know how you even think of or even thought about asking or Google this, so.
Okay. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm less concerned about the money, and I want to make sure you're just not miserable.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, I think people say that you have to love what you do, right? But I think as long as you don't hate it, which I don't. I mean, I work with great people and all of that.
Okay. Fair enough.
But, I think it's just long hours at some things, but I'm only 30. It's not my time.
Well, it's up to you. We can talk about some goals, what to do for that. Is it the house? We can talk more about the numbers if you really want. I guess how can I help you best, do you think, at this point?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to hop on and see if there's anything else. I've been following you for a while, so I just wanted to see if there was anything else. I mean, I've kind of looked as much as I can, but it sounds like that is everything I could be doing.
Yeah, it's one of the it's one of the most common things we get asked. It's like, hey, I'm doing this thing, but I feel like I could be doing more. We get it like almost constantly. And it's a little what's the word? Misleading. It's like the finance world seems highly complicated. There's so many different accounts and strategies. So it seems like, oh no, I should be doing more because of how complex that world is. But a lot of that complexity is kind of misleading, and it's complex because they want to sell you some shit. Because it's easier to sell you some shit when it's so complex that you don't want to even deal with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the lesson there is simple is best. You've taken care of all the essentials. If I had to sort of nitpick here, I'd say your savings, your cash is a bit low. So if you're spending about $8K per month, I'd say have closer to $50K in there.
Okay.
Because that's going to feel pretty good. Does your wife also work?
Yeah, she does.
Okay. And that's not even including you're not including your wife's income in this number, right?
No, and I just kind of re-swizzled her whole 401k to do the same exact thing. So we're kind of.
So how much does your wife make? So we can get a total income here.
She makes around 95 a year,
Okay.
and then we're putting as much as we can into her 401k. She doesn't have the opportunity to do after tax.
Okay.
But
And have you talked to her about the house? Is she interested in buying a house? What's that story like?
yeah, she's super interested, but I think we're both just kind of shocked at how much mortgages are, obviously, with interest rates.
Yeah.
I think everyone wishes that they got in during COVID, but we weren't in that position.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, to kind of sum it up here, I think you're doing pretty much everything. And if you want a little more certainty, then yeah, find a flat fee financial advisor. They can do a complete deep dive. We're just not even scratching the surface. We're just like kind of buddies sitting at a restaurant, using crayons on a napkin, just kind of going through some stuff and chatting. So if you would feel better,
yeah.
then I think this is a great investment.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So yeah, thank you. I think that's all I had. So I
Okay.
appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, keep it up. You're doing great. Have some fun. Spend your money.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah. Okay. Holy shit. This guy makes a lot of money. So just to kind of put a number on this guy's basically investing, what is that? 24. Let's just say like 70K. That's like 77K. He's probably investing about 100K per year. Probably more. Actually, a lot more if he's also putting some of the bonus and some of the RSUs in there as well. I'm sure he's run this before, but if we just put this in a compound interest calculator, he's 30 right now. Let's invest for 10 years in a situation. If he does 100,000 per year, so in just 10 years, that theoretically would grow to 2 million. And let's say he stops investing after this. So he has 2 million after 10 years. This is the best part. By 50, that would grow to about 4 million. And by 60, about 7 million. Pretty nuts. Power of compound interest. Okay. Thoughts, questions, concerns? That was a long one. It gets a little hairy when the situations are a little more complex, but it was fun. Okay. What was your GPA? Like a 2.7, maybe, if you're asking me. That could buy a lot of chocolate pudding. Investing early in lots, yeah. I don't do any private consultations. Just these are twice a week, completely free. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Rich Nerd Live Show. We're here to help you all become rich nerds. We teach personal finance, investing, money psychology. Next caller is going to be... Oh, also, if you haven't already, tap the yellow button on the bottom left of your screen on TikTok. Let me know where to send our free guide. If you want to get your financial shit together, we have a very, very simple 2-3 page guide. We have links to videos, accounts, all the things to help you build a strong foundation financially. Yellow button on the bottom left. Tap that. Let me know where to email that. And you'll be well on your way. All right. There's no yellow button on the bottom left? No? Found it? Awesome. Yeah, just send me a DM. Let us know what your email is. All right, next I have Bree. So it's 7:30. I have time for probably 2 more. If we don't get to you tonight, don't worry. We'll get to you on Tuesday. We do these Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Okay. Is Prob here? Okay, I think I see Prob. Okay, let's move on here. If you can keep the likes going, I'd really appreciate it. Likes, shares. If you're enjoying the content, please follow. We'd love to have you here in the Rich Nerd community.
Hello.
Hello, Prob?
Hey, how are you? Sorry about that.
All good. Really quick, Prob, are you at least 18 in the US or Canada and are okay with being in our videos?
Yes.
Perfect. And, oops. And it's okay if I call you Prob? Is that what you prefer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old are you, Prob?
24.
24. Cool. How can I help?
So I'm currently working and I make consistent income and I stay home. So I kind of need investing advice. I'm kind of looking to save up for a house.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's start with your income. How much do you make each month?
Let's say about 6,200. That's like if I just do 40, but if I do overtime, I could definitely make more.
Wow. And this is after tax?
Oh, this is before tax.
Okay. What is it net?
About 4,800.
Okay. What do you do for...
I usually work overtime as well on Saturday, Sunday, so...
Oh, okay. What does that average out to, you think, per month, per given month?
I'd say 5,500.
Okay. Okay. That's a great income. What do you do for work?
I'm an electrical engineer.
Double E. Nice.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that for?
I started about 6 months ago. I graduated last year.
Nice. Congratulations, dude. That's a tough
Thank
degree. I know because I've done it. It's really stressful. I have many gray hairs from my
Really?
bachelor's.
Where'd you go?
I went to Cal Poly Pomona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's a great income, great career for a 24-year-old. Awesome. Do you have any debt?
Not of my own debt, but I kind of help out a car payment, so I have zero like self debt.
Okay. So you help out someone in the family?
Yeah.
Okay. How much are we helping out?
It's like $290 a month for a car payment.
Okay. Whose car is it?
I drive it, but it's like my dad and I kind of share.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
What are your expenses in total each month?
So I stay at home. I would say 700.
And this includes everything? You having fun, going out?
Yeah.
Cool. How about savings?
So about 29,000.
Nice. How long did it take you to build this up?
This been working this recently, but I do have a high yield, which is separate.
Oh, what's the total amount of cash you have then?
About 45.
Ooh. So you have $45,000 in cash in savings?
Yes.
Damn. And how long have you been saving this? Was it just, I mean, you got this job 6 months ago, so there's no way you saved 45,000. When did you start?
I started working in June.
And you saved up 45K since then?
I had about 6,000 before that.
Wow. Okay, so you saved up, I mean, about 40K in 6 months.
Yeah.
Damn, good for you, man.
Just been working a lot.
Good. Do you have any investments, any assets? 401k, Roth IRA?
Yeah, I do have a 401k through work.
Okay.
But I don't know how much I have in there. But it's been 6 months since I started at 3%.
3%. What
That
is
I
your
put in.
what's your annual salary, your gross income?
About 80,000.
80,000? And you're contributing 3%?
Yep.
Okay.
But the company is giving 10% even if I don't put anything.
Ooh.
But it's
Okay.
not vested.
Right.
Yep.
So then we can actually do they're matching 10%. Are they doing 10% of your salary or 10% of your contributions? Because you said they're, regardless of your contribution, they are going to.
Regardless of my contribution, I'm getting 10%, but it's vested if I stay up 3 years or after.
Okay. And is it 10% of your salary?
That's what I believe. That's what it is.
That's a sweet deal. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is that per month or per year? That's got to be per year,
be-
right?
Per year, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say. So then it looks like it's about, let's say you have around 25K maybe. Stock market has done pretty well this year. So yeah, I would imagine
Okay.
if we get these numbers right, it's about 25K. Anything else
Yeah.
beyond that?
No.
Okay, cool. So and also, where are you located?
Michigan.
Okay. All right, so just to recap here, Prob, you're 24 in Michigan. You make around $5,500 per month. As an electrical engineer, you have zero debt, about $700 per month in expenses. You're living at home, $45,000 in savings. You saved about 40K of this just in the last 6 months when you got your job. You have $25,000 in assets. That is a 401k.
Yep.
How do you feel about these numbers?
Feel good staying home. But I want to definitely invest somewhere. Definitely don't want my money to sit around. And I want my money to go over time.
Okay. Do you have a Roth IRA?
I do not.
Okay. So that could be.
I know everyone around me has been telling me to start one, but I haven't been sure about it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the Roth IRA is OP. It is one of the best accounts out there.
Yep.
There is the free guide I mentioned earlier. We have a link to a step-by-step video on YouTube, and it'll walk you through, how they work, the rules, how to set one up, and so that's really easy. We got you covered there. That's the easy part. So with this, you can do just immediately. If it were me, I would be taking part of this 45K and immediately just invest 7.5K. That'll max out the account. That's the annual limit
Okay.
this year. What do you where are you getting your healthcare coverage right now? Is it through your parents? Is it through your employer?
It's through my employer.
Okay. So then there's also an HSA. Also a great account. This is
I
for
believe you talked about it with the last person. I
Yeah.
think my deductible is low on it. So
Okay.
I don't know if I put up one.
Yeah, so if that's the case, you'd have to wait until open enrollment. It's usually, when's open enrollment, guys? Is it October each year? I think it's October. It's either that or you
Okay.
have some major life event like getting married, then you can change your plan. So yeah,
Okay.
for the HSA, you will need a high deductible healthcare plan. But assuming you're young, dude, are you generally healthy?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, consider switching to a high deductible healthcare plan, and then you can probably qualify for an HSA, put some more money away. You
Okay.
could, after all that, put more money into your 401k, or you can dump the leftover in a brokerage account. There are no limits, no like rules for income, but there are no tax benefits. But it's still an awesome account.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking in like a brokerage account, putting in like a S&P 500.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what a lot of us do.
Okay, but I think you were talking about automation earlier.
Oh yeah.
Would you have any advice how to do that? Because like I feel like putting a certain amount of money in, it's like every time I look at it, it's like, oh, I'm putting this much in here, this much in here. I'm like worried about losing it.
So the concern is losing money.
Yeah, I would say like constantly going back and forth looking at it.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to the stock market, there's an expression that the volatility that we experience, like the highs and lows,
Yeah.
sometimes it's really high, sometimes it's really low, sometimes it's kind of right in the middle. It's sort of the ticket to entry. I think Warren Buffett said that the stock market's a mechanism for transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. So impatient people are going to like try to time the market, get in, get out as soon as possible. They're going to be very impatient. They want a quick buck. But people like you, people like me, many of our rich nerds here, we just keep investing. We just keep piling money in year after year, month after month. Doesn't matter if the stock market's going up or down. Doesn't matter what Trump does or what Elon does, or it doesn't really matter because long-term stocks have just always gone up. That's going to be the hardest part for you, for most people. It's not the Roth IRA or the index funds, the 401k, whatever. It's the emotional side, getting a handle of
Yeah.
your emotions here. Some
That's
people
why I haven't
say,
got into the brokerage side of it more.
what was that?
I said that's why I haven't got the brokerage side of it mostly because the emotions.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Yep.
Some people say your portfolio should reflect your, risk tolerance. So if you can't handle the stock market, if you can't handle seeing your portfolio down 10, 15, 20%, then your investment should reflect that. Maybe you shouldn't be 100% in the S&P 500. Maybe you should be in bonds. Fine. I push back on that. I think what's more important is to get a handle on your emotions. That way you can maximize the amount of money you earn. But you'll get used to it. I mean, I think we're all scared.
Okay.
Chat, I mean, when you guys first started investing, it was kind of scary, right? Just to see the money go up and down. Yeah. It was for me. Sometimes it still sucks to see my investments go down, but you get used to it little by little. Bobby says, don't look. Yeah. Yep.
How about like investing in like a real estate? Is that what you say?
Yeah, real estate. Truthfully, I'm not a real estate expert, so I can't give you a whole lot of guidance. What I will say, it's just a different beast. It has its benefits.
Okay.
There are some fairly significant tax benefits. It's easier to leverage. It's also a massive time investment. So if you don't want the headache, if you're like me, I don't want I just want peace of mind. And real estate's just
Makes
not that for
sense.
me,
Yep.
What's your ultimate goal here? So stocks, real estate, what are we trying to do ultimately for you?
My next goal is to get a house.
Okay. So let's chat about that before we hop off here.
Yep.
So what's the timeline here for the house?
Trying to see how much I could save up first. Maybe like a year,
A year?
maybe more.
Okay. Are you are you single? Are you dating? Are you married? What's that situation like?
I'm single.
Okay. And buying a home for you, is that more of a lifestyle choice or is that an investment or maybe both?
I'll say both.
Okay. You're going to get different advice depending on who you talk to. Some people, I call them real estate sluts. They love real estate. I'm a stock market slut. So no shame to them. But if I had to do it all over again, I would just be investing heavily as a 20-year-old in my 20s. My main goals as a 20-year-old is to try to have some fun, be fairly frugal, delay the nice cars, delay the house purchase, just invest as much as possible, invest in yourself, get your income up. And then when it makes sense, then buy a house. I'd say it would make sense when you are married
Okay.
or maybe even, kids.
Okay.
Because you can buy a house, but holy shit, man, the amount of time it takes. Like my wife and I bought a house a couple years ago. Dude, this thing is a pain in the ass.
For sure.
There's so much shit that I do not want to deal with.
Yeah.
And I looking back at renting's pretty nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Trade-offs, of course. TLDR, I'd say don't rush into buying a house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Of course, man. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. I'm not a real estate hater, guys, but it's just I feel like it's one of the most overrated things I've ever experienced in my entire life. Prob does live at home, yeah. What's up, Shadow? Okay, I have time for one more, guys. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Rich Nerd Live Show. On this channel, we teach personal finance, investing, pretty much everything that touches your wallet, lots of money psychology. Consider following. We'd love to have you in the community. If you want to get a handle on your finances, you have no idea what the we were talking about, Roth IRA this, 401k this, brokerage this, automation this, we do have a free guide. One of the easiest ways to grab it is to hit the yellow button at the very bottom left. Send me a message, just let me know what email to send it to. We'll send it to you for free. We also send out a weekly newsletter where we will talk about our guests, their situation, my thoughts. We'll talk about things like that, where it's like, I don't think you should buy a house if you're a young dude in your 20s. And much, much more. All right, let's get Bree W in here. Last caller for the night. Again, we do this Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Consider following. We'd love to have you here. All right, let's wrap this up. Zach, this is Canva, believe it or not. We're going to migrate over to a spreadsheet that has some more functionality, but I kind of like the colors and the being able to draw. It is helpful. Okay, I don't see Bree. Let's go to Nate Mitchell. Nate.
Oh,
How's it going?
sorry, I wasn't ready. Hi. 1 second, let me close my headphone.
Okay. Your voice is kind of low and muffled.
Oh, sorry. One second.
Pretty cool. Thanks, Scotty.
Can you hear me better? Is that better?
It's less muffled, but now it's very, very quiet.
What about now?
Still very low. Chat, is it coming through for you guys? Or is it pretty quiet?
What about this?
Oh yeah, much better.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, perfect. So, are you at least 18 in the US or Canada and are okay with being in our videos?
Yes.
Perfect. And do I call you Nate?
Yeah, you can call me Nate.
Okay, Nate Dog. Every time I hear the word Nate, I just think of Nate Dog.
Yeah, I've been hearing that my whole life.
How old are you, Nate?
I'm 33.
Okay, another fellow 30-year-old. Hell yeah. All right, Nate, what's up?
I guess I just kind of feel a little bit behind because I haven't really thought about like retirement until I kind of get this job that I just got last year. So I feel kind of behind in like retirement and investing and all that.
Okay. So up until this point, you haven't really done any of that?
Not really, no.
Is it because you just didn't really know what to do? It was scary?
Yeah, that combined with I just didn't make a lot of money, so I never felt like I had the spare to invest or put into retirement.
I see. Okay. Well, these are common feelings, and you're still a young dude, so plenty of time to make up for it.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with your income. How much do you make each month?
About 3,600.
Okay. And what do you do for work?
I'm in IT support.
Oh, okay. Right on. So I send you a ticket when I'm having trouble with my stream, and you're gonna help me out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. All right, right on. How long have you been doing that for?
Total about 7 years.
Oh, wow. A lot of experience.
Yeah.
Do you have any certifications?
Yeah, I have a CompTIA A+ certification,
Okay.
and I have a Microsoft MCP. It's an outdated cert, but I got those back in like 2018, and then just tried to get my foot in the door, and then just kind of built up my experience from there.
Gotcha. And where are you located?
I'm in California.
All right. All right. How about debt?
About 13K.
13,000. What is this made up of?
12,000 is student loans, and then I have about another 1,000 in like credit card debt.
Okay. What's the interest rate for the student loan?
I think it's 5.5.
Okay. And this credit card debt, has this been hanging around for quite some time, or is this a new
Yeah.
balance?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. How long have you had it for, and what was the, I guess, total balance?
I would have to look, but I think it's from two different cards. One's around 700, and the other is around 300.
Okay. And what initially caused you to take on this credit card debt?
Just being really poor with money decisions, honestly.
Okay. Well, appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, time to move forward, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What are your expenses?
About 2,100 a month.
Okay. And is this just the essentials, or does this include discretionary stuff?
Nah, that's really just the basics. That's just rent, transportation, and food.
Okay. What do you spend on top of that?
It varies because I don't really go out that much. I don't really spend a lot of money on my clothes or anything. The mainly thing I spend on is like I guess going out to eat. And a lot of times it's just like random expenses that could come up. Um, a lot of times like when I look at my expenses versus my income, it feels that I think I should have a lot of money left over each month, but I never do.
Okay. That's key right there. So you're making $3,600 per month. Your expenses are about $2,100. But after all is said and done, it still feels like you don't have this, almost little over $1,000 left over, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what that tells me?
Mm.
We're not tracking our finances,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Do you have a, budgeting app or spreadsheet or something, or looking?
I have Rocket Money, and my girlfriend and I we this budgeting spreadsheet that she found, but I don't really like to use it that much just because I don't like having to type every single dollar I spend in there.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. But you have Rocket Money, so that's connected to all your accounts, right?
Yeah, it is.
Do you open it up and just look at it?
Every now and then.
Okay, gotcha. Can we make it a habit to check it maybe once a week?
Sure.
Yeah, just set a reminder on your phone.
Yeah.
So check.
Yeah, I actually looked at it. Because actually I found it live probably like end of November. But I've been watching your lives for a little while. So I did check my Rocket Money account around then. I'm spending a lot of money on like delivery food apps.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't to like shame you or criticize you, but self-awareness is critical, right?
Yeah.
So if we don't know better, like we can't see what we're doing, then it's like walking around blindfolded and complaining that I bumped into something. What the hell, right?
Right.
So just make it a habit. If it's like, and a trick to sort of building a habit, it's called habit stacking. So let's say you do take some other habit. Maybe you exercise or you drink water at a certain point of every day or something. Choose an existing habit you have.
Yeah.
Try to pair that with opening up Rocket Money. So do you,
Okay.
I don't know, do you exercise, do you walk, do you, I don't know, play video games? What's a recurring habit that you have?
Hmm. Uh, I mean, I check my bank account often, so I guess I could just do it when I check my account.
Okay. I mean, Rocket Money is connected. Your bank account is connected to Rocket Money, right? So it should also have your bank account balance.
Yeah, it does, but I usually just go straight to my banking app, I guess, because it's just
It's a
a
habit.
clear kind of, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'd encourage to build that habit of just checking once a week, see what you're
Okay.
spending your money on.
Yeah.
All right. What do you have in savings?
I have about 3,000.
Okay. Anything in assets? 401k, Roth IRA, crypto?
Do you count pension? Does pension count?
Pension?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's about 12K.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking. Number one, let's knock out the credit card debt as soon as possible.
Okay.
Just next paycheck. Number two, let's build up a nice cash buffer. So you have like already a newbie emergency fund. Let's build up what we call an expert emergency fund. And that's going to be about, so if your expenses are $2,100 at minimum, let's get this to about $12,000
Okay.
before you do any investing. That is your safety net in case you lose your job, emergency comes up, car repair, vet visit, whatever, medical expense.
Okay.
And then once that's built up, then we can get that Roth IRA opened.
Okay. Actually, I do have a lot.
Perfect.
It's actually a rollover that I had from my previous job.
Mm.
I have like 1.5K now.
Okay. And there was a rollover. So was this from a Roth 401k?
I honestly don't know. I used to work at Labcorp, and I had a 401k there. And once I left the job, they just rolled it over into a Roth IRA product.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Your current employer, do they offer a 401k match?
Yeah, they match 4%.
Are you taking advantage of it?
Yes.
Perfect. Are you doing anything more than 4%?
Yeah, I do 5.5 right now.
Okay. Cool. So we talked about consumer debt. All that's good. The student loans. What are your thoughts there? Do you plan on paying that off early? Do you want to make minimum payments going forward? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so my thoughts on that was I'm looking into consolidating them. Because if I consolidate, I can be eligible for the public servant loan forgiveness program.
Oh.
Because I work for the county.
Oh, okay.
So my plan is to consolidate that and get on the income driven repayment program, and then I can pay that off.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Not too concerned about that. Your debt's fairly low. So again, pay off the credit card ASAP, build up 12K savings, and then let's aim to max out the Roth IRA for this year, if possible. That's going to be 7.5K. It's okay if you can't hit it, but just aim for it. We do have to catch up a bit. So you're 33. You ideally should have about 1 times your salary saved for retirement by age 30. I believe it's 2 times ish by 35.
Oh, okay.
So you're behind, but you can catch up.
Okay.
Continue getting the 401k match. I wouldn't do anything more than your 5.5% right now.
Okay.
Until the debt's paid off, your savings built up. And then, step 3 is just to invest like crazy.
Okay.
To try to catch up. The other thing, and you can do this sort of in parallel, is finding ways to increase your income.
Yeah. So at my job, we do get a yearly raise, and sometimes we also get either a bonus or a cost of living adjustment.
Okay.
Or sometimes both. So actually, next month I'll get a raise. Like a 5.5 raise.
Good. What's the long-term career plan?
Well, like I said, I'm in the county, and my plan right now is just to retire with the county, put in 30 years, and just retire with the pension program.
Okay.
Right now, I just registered for a project management course, so I'm gonna get a few project management certifications, and because right now I'm more technical side, but I'm planning to move over to more project management side.
Cool. All right, so you've thought about this.
Yeah.
The last thing, any goals you want to chat about?
I would. Oh, actually, I do want to ask you. So the 401k that I contribute to is actually a 457B.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then recently, they offered us to enroll in a 401k as well. Is it beneficial to contribute to both?
Interesting. So because you work for the county, it makes sense. They have a 457B, but they're also offering a 401k.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd say the main thing to look into is assuming the match is still the same for both.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. They don't offer a match on the 401k, only on the 457.
Okay.
So that's why I was wondering, is it beneficial for me to contribute to both, or should I just stick with the one that has the max?
I would just stick with the 457.
Okay.
Unless there was one thing I would potentially look into. I would see what are the investment options for both accounts.
They're the same actually, because they
Oh.
both fund the same kind of
Same provider.
so-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So why are they even offering 401k?
I really think it's probably for people who are able to max out the 457, because then you can max out both. But I'm not in a position to do that.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta have a high income for that, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, just based on what you just said, I don't see a reason to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then long term goal. I would like to buy a house in maybe 3 to 5 years or somewhere like that.
Okay.
Maybe save for a wedding.
What's your budget for it? Or what are the houses costing in your area? If you're gonna buy one in your area.
Crazy. So me and my girlfriend were talking about maybe buying like a triplex and just living in one of the spaces and renting out the other two. In my area, you can maybe find that for maybe around 7 to 8,000, maybe. I mean, 7 to 8,000.
Okay. Okay. What's your annual gross income?
It's like just under 60,000. It's like 59. Like that's basically 59,000.
How much does your girlfriend make?
She makes
Net.
about 75.
Okay. What's her monthly net?
Mine or hers?
Hers.
Oh, I'm not sure. She won't tell me.
Okay. Well, if she
But I
wants
know
to.
she's like 75 a year.
Okay. I mean. Okay, so she probably makes like probably 7,500. She makes good money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also works for the county, so she has all the same benefits that I do.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So if you choose to, purchase a home, whatever it is, just try to make sure your housing expenses are no more than 30% of your income, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want a house hack, that's a valid strategy. It is quite competitive, but yeah, I think house hacking is a great strategy, generally speaking.
I also wanted to ask you about because obviously I'm trying to get everything together, and I was looking online, and they say a good method is like the 60-30-20 rule. What are your thoughts on that type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, there are various forms of like 50-30-20, right? Like 80-10-10. It really depends on what your goals are. So for you, I'd say your goal is to get out of consumer debt, which is really easy, and catch up on retirement. So the more you can put away for retirement, the better. And also you can account for the pension, and you can factor that in to see how much you actually need to save. That'd be a good exercise for you.
Yeah, they take about, I think it's 9.3% of every paycheck towards the pension.
Is that forced, or can you opt out?
No, it's forced actually.
Okay.
Yeah, they're taking no matter what.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, when I'm thinking of like retirement numbers, you gonna want to factor that in,
Right.
because there's a chance of you potentially contributing too much to like your own personal retirement accounts. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cool. All right, man. Well, you got.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Take care, man.
You too. Thanks.
Bye. Okay. Dad approved deals. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that. How rich is the money expert? I'm rich as hell. In not just financially speaking. All right, guys, that was the last call. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Rich Nerd Live Show. We help people like Nate become rich nerds. If we didn't get to you tonight, don't worry. We do this Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. live on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Join us then. We might stream on Saturdays. We'll just kind of play games and have fun. But if you're enjoying the content, be sure to follow. We'll catch you next time. If you want to get your financial shit together and a lot of this stuff didn't make sense, the Roth IRA this, the 50-30-20 this, we do have a free guide. If you tap the yellow button on the very bottom of the screen on TikTok, you can send me a DM. Just let me know what email you want me to send it to. Cassandra, have a good night. We'll catch you next time. We'll have to catch up soon. It's been a while. Do you record the lives? I do record them. We put up highlights on our YouTube channel, usually weekly. We also have tutorials on our YouTube channel as well. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Maybe catch you Saturday. For sure, I'll see y'all Tuesday, okay? Take care. Don Carlo, see you later. Nate, Emil, Cassandra, Ronit. Stay rich.